Hello everyone, my name is Loco, and today it is time for a viewer-submitted game of Zerg vs Zerg. Spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of Cairo's Junction and playing with the orange Zerg drones. He's in Diamond League and he goes by the name of Assassin. His opponent in the opposite corner, apparently we're actually joined by Samwise right there on the hatchery. But his opponent playing with the green drones, he's in Platinum League. And he goes by the name of Chicka Slim Shady. I'm sorry, I had to do that, guys. I read the name, I had to do it. I apologize, but I read the name earlier and I had to go ahead and do that. I couldn't help myself. Anyways, so this is a game that was recently submitted to me by Assassin over at the live stream. Now, for those of you that watch the live stream, you probably know that I get submitted quite a lot of games during the streams, and generally speaking, the quality of games is not that amazing. However, Assassin said to me, Loco, this game is amazing. You should really go ahead and cast it. I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and have a quick look at it at like ×4 speed. So I had a look at it. I should have taken Assassin's word because this game is absolutely ridiculous. This game is ridiculous. Now, I do know who ends up winning here, but I don't think that's really gonna take the fun out of it all too much. We do see that quick spawning pool opener right here by Assassin, who seemed to go for an extracted trick earlier, if I'm not mistaken. He does start up a couple of Zerglings right now, though, and they are obviously gonna be out a little bit before the opponents. Slim Shady, though, not really going for the fastest expansion either, just going for the quick gas guys are there, and then also the spawning pool. So all things considered, I don't think the Zergling rush right here from Assassin is gonna be all too effective. Especially not that the Zerglings are gonna idle on the edge of creep. Maybe they're scared to go too far away from the hatchery, from the place they were born. Oh my god. Okay, finally. Now that they've got the group support of the 6 of them. Now finally the Zerglings do make their way across. Maybe it's cold, okay? I can imagine that the creep right here, even though it's not going to be close to the hatchery, at least it's like still nice and warm, right? Moving off creep must be pretty chilly right here. But the Zerglings, though, in a long limbo line are going to run across the map, keeping each other up and motivated with that team support here as well. The thing is, normally a Zergling cheese is pretty good. This one, oh my god, dude, you gotta go! Go! It's right there! The thing is, if you're going for a Zergling rush, right? You really want to move across the map as fast as possible. Any delay is very, very painful, because right now, look, the defense right here for Mr. Slim Shady here is going to be just fine, right? Well, one drone does go down, but he's got more than enough time right now to go for his own Zerglings as well. Link speed is going to finish up shortly after the aggression right here. Can really go down here for Assassin. He is going to start nibbling away here at the hatchery, though, and Slim Shady did not start up a queen on the low ground here. There we go. Finally does start one up as well. So this is still actually not a perfect scenario here for the Slim Shady, but it's still not ideal. Now, currently, right, Zergling speed is finishing up. That's not really going to give these Zerglings too much more firepower, because the link speed will finish up, there we go, for the player in green too. However, the Baneling Nest is going to finish here in a second too, and that obviously can turn the tides very, very quickly. On paper, though, this hatchery should never fall, but it does require these queens to help out in combat. Come on! Stop sleeping on the inject for... Oh my god, okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough, and that's still now gonna result in a lot more damage than I even think Assassin was assuming for as well. Transfuse, transfuse! No energy for transfuse right there in time. And while Slim Shady will be able to hold on here, we do obviously know that the spawning pool also unlocks that possibility to go towards the Baneling Nest, and that structure just now finished. So Banelings are coming up right here for Assassin, who still, by the way, did never commit to a hatchery on the low ground, so... For all intents and purposes, this is a complete all-in. Oh god, control the... Okay, control these Zerglings, please. Oh, nice target firing right there with that queen on the right. Even though she's gonna have to pay for this little mistake with her life, the damage is still pretty solid. And you know what? If it wasn't for the fact that he took so much damage on the hatchery earlier, I actually think that Slim Shady would have been just fine. Right now, though, he lost 2 queens, he lost a whole lot of Zerglings as well, plus he lost the hatchery. That's really painful. Right now, the best thing I think that Assassin can do is just go for the low ground expo as well. Keep in mind, though, while yes, he's done a bunch of damage on the other side of the map, Zerg vs Zerg is very much so a game of drones. And as we all learned from the Game of Thrones, in the Game of Drones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground. you gotta try and get that really high worker count. Because eventually, as long as you assume a player will spend their resources, eventually their army will just simply be much bigger. So all this time, right? The mineral income has been higher here from Slim Shady. Even though he lost the natural expansion, he still got himself a really healthy amount of workers. Assassin, though, is looking to try and see if he can slow that down. Zerglings, as well as a new queen, are awaiting by the hatchery, and these banelings have a mission. They are trying to blow up that mineral line to the best of their abilities. A roach warren was taken extremely quickly, not sure exactly how much that's going to be able to do. Oh, the queen trying to get some work done. The Zerglings desperately trying to hold the choke point, but there we go, the banelings. Well, they're rolling in. They're getting some work done. At the same time, though, Zerglings made their way across the map. These were the units that Slim Shady made earlier to try and defend that push with. When he didn't see the push happening, though, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and send them across the map instead. And all of a sudden, right, we see Zerglings inside of the main base of both of these players. Assassin currently has one drone remaining. That one is currently mining gas right there. Oh my god, it's a brave drone. Oh my god, yeah, no, it will be able to at the very least be okay here for the time being. But all of a sudden, right, we find ourselves in a bit of a Zerg versus Zerg base race. A little bit of indecisive play right there by Assassin. Wanted to target fire down the one roach, then the other, then the one on the right, and then the one on the other side once again as well. A couple of roaches now spawned defensively again too, though, and that means that Slim Shady at the very least is going to be able to pick up some of these Zerglings with ease. Still, a couple of them remain. The Baneling nest is going to fall here. So Assassin will not be able to produce any more banelings. He's spending his final minerals right now on a bunch of Zerglings. Now, the Zerglings are nice, right? They're okay. The thing is, there's only one drone remaining right now for the player in orange, and 0 are remaining here for Slim Shady. Neither player have any money left over to produce anything either, right? Like, they cannot make another drone. Oh, well, I guess he can make an extractor right here. The Zerglings, though, trying their very best to pick up that one queen. At the same time, the hatchery was killed on the other side of the map. Dodging the brootlings right there is Slim Shady. And he only has a couple of structures right there left over to deal with. The last mining drone. Please, no. Oh, God, I remember this. Oh, God. Assassin, please, no. Literally his only way of potentially getting back a mining amount of resources. Or at the very least, some additional units, right? Not gonna be the case anymore. Slim Shady decided to send all of his units back as well. He's got a decent amount of Zerglings remaining. If you look at the units tab right there, it's 8 to 7 Zerglings. Neither player has any mining. It's 4 supply versus 3. 0 drones on either end. The only thing right now is that Slim Shady is revealed and Assassin is not. So for all that Slim Shady knows right now, there could be more mining happening. Now he does have that one Overlord checking the main base. So Slim Shady knows at the very least that there's not going to be all too much. By the way, the spawning pool will bleed out. The main structure right here to take into account is that one extractor. Apparently he decided to take the fight there. Assassin, that is. He did end up losing quite a few of his units as well. Slim Shady, though, still superior when it comes to that Zergling count, right? And that's really critical. I think what Assassin is trying to do is just run them around. Try and see if maybe a couple of will get split off. Oh my god, no, not that many, dude. That's a really silly idea. Zerglings obviously do heal over time as well, but it takes them a very long time, and while you're running away, your opponent's Zerglings will also heal. Spawning pool, though, is gonna bleed out very quickly, and that means really only the extractor needs to be killed. Now, apparently, though, Slim Shady has to make the executive decision to try and move across the map instead, while they got close towards the other side. Assassin, though, has decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move across instead. He's gonna try and see if he can pick up the final structures here. He needs to go after the extractor first. Keep in mind that the spawning pool will produce brootlings when it dies. So we see those going up right here on the other side of the map. Slim Shady right now decides to move back home, but I think he's actually wrong when it came to that decision. He wanted to see if he could finish up his opponent real quick, maybe go after the hatchery. The extractor falls, and with that, the spawning pool also gets picked off. Assassin, in a Zerg versus Zerg base race, which is not something we see very often, is indeed the one who obtains the victory. Now, of course, it's really easy right here, right? To judge Mr. Slim Shady, to look at that game and think, okay, why the hell would you ever go ahead and do so? Why did you not just split up a couple of those Zerglings and try and see if you can pick maybe the final structures off with just those? Because you had like 8 Zerglings versus, I guess, 5 there at the end right there for Assassin. The thing is, we have perfect information, right? We have perfect information. He obviously knew that the final structures on his side of the map were gonna run out as well. I personally think that the best choice for him right there would have been to defend that one extractor with maybe the exact amount of Zerglings that his opponent had. And then to see if you could do a counterattack with like 2 Zerglings instead. Because technically speaking, you should have had the upper hand. The thing is, Slim Shady there did not know if there was any additional mining happening on the side of Assassin, right? He knew that there were 2 hatcheries. And he knew that there were at least some larvae idling by the hatcheries as well, but he couldn't really know exactly if there was any mining there. So he decided to take a bit of a gamble, go after the hatchery on the low ground, and see if he could pick that one off. It did work out, but it gave Assassin here the opportunity to obtain the victory. I hope you enjoyed watching this game. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well so you can get notifications as soon as future videos go live. If you have an awesome game of StarCraft that you played yourself recently, feel free to submit it to replays at LowkoTV, and maybe I will cast your game here in the future. Other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day, okay? Do not forget to smile, and I'll see you once again in the next one.